writing that we did featuring the movie review, The Blind Side.
This is our table of contents, and today we'll be covering 4 topics, which is firstly the plot diagram, which is the component of narrative writing, and a summary based on The Blind Side, which is the story analysis, and then also what we did in class and how we learned English through this movie, and finally a review to conclude this lesson. First, we'll be starting with the plot diagram, which is one of the main components of narrative writing. It is helped to make a story or to analyze the story plot. First, at the beginning is the exposition, which is the introduction to the story or the setting, which is time and place, and the introduction to the characters. Next is the rising action. It's where the problem starts, and it creates suspense, and it is events to lead to the problem. After that is the rising climax, which is the exciting part and the peak of the story, and it's where character goes through changes like character development. And then the following action is the aftermath of the climax and the solving the problem. And finally is the resolution, and is the moral, and where readers learn what from the story.
Now, based on Rebecca's plot diagram, I'll be sharing with you the summary of this movie. We have watched this movie called The Blind Side, and this Blind Side movie introduced us the first main character, Michael O'Hare, which was the homeless teen who was kicked out of many schools due to his learning disability. That all changed when Leanne and her husband Sean decided to take him in as a child. They also became the legal guardian after a few months. And then after that, the family started supporting him in every way they can, such as education, mental, and most importantly, his sports, which is rugby. And that's when he found out that he was a good rugby player.
Next, I'll be explaining what we did in class and how we learned English through this movie. The first thing we did during class was to watch The Blind Side. After that, we did character analysis based on the main characters, which is when we analyzed the main characters of the movie. After that, we also did evidence-based questions, and it is when we did questions and we supported evidence from the movie. And finally, we wrote a review based on our thoughts and opinions of this movie.
Now, to conclude this lesson, we will be doing a review about this. Language of learning Rafflesia is not only just taking down notes, classwork, homework, and only just paper and pen. We also do things such as what we did today, writing our opinions, and also watching the movie itself. We then share our opinions with others, such as the benefits that we get from this movie, disadvantages that we can improve on, and what they can do to help us learn things from this movie. And then after that, we were given an opportunity to write a review on this movie. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear students, for the wonderful presentation. I want to thank Ms. Shazlin as well for the wonderful preparation that she has done with the students. As you have heard from the students, English language in Rafflesia is not just about pen, and it's just not about talking, but it is application. What they have learned, the students today stands here proudly to be able to present the very lesson that they have learned in class. Just as they have watched the movie, The Blind Side, we have Michael, who has learning difficulties, and how Michael has overcome his situation is because Leanne and Sean, his legal guardians, has supported him in his education. In the end, Michael received a scholarship to enter into tertiary education. Parents' support, teachers' support is fundamental to the growth of our students. I am extremely proud of what our students have presented to you. Thank you.